Right, now I need that thing there on the truck. You know, I've got plenty of oxygen so I can run. Don't want to run when you're out of oxygen. Yeah, there's a magic button here that lowers this ramp. That's it. Right. That's a fabricator, like a 3D printer. At the moment it's not consuming resources. It's designed to be plugged into a resource production system. But the resource production system is still in production. Now I know that the cabin of that vehicle, let's go up the front, I can get up here too. There's another button. Bink. Just don't want these things coming down on top of you. Right, that ramps down. And let's extend it. Load position. Come on. Yep, doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, we'll go up the stairs. Now you'll notice the sky is blue on Mars early in the morning. Sunrise and sunset are blue, not red. Get that? Oh, push it that way. Get a little bit further. Bombs away. There you go. That's the airlock. Now I don't need to top up my oxygen yet. You'll notice I'm a headless horseman. The shadow does not accurately include the helmet yet. Minor problem. Grab that. Press E to grab things. So on. Now, if I press Q, I bring up this little widget that I've got in my hand, which is like a screwdriver thing, and that's a builder. Now, I want to build off the road, because that looks like a road. And there you are. Just click. Just one right click, and it activates things or builds things. This will extend out. Yeah, like that. Now, you'll notice if we go around this thing, it has a pipe. Now, I don't know what this pipe's supposed to connect to yet. We haven't yet got to that stage, I don't think. So let's pack up the truck. I'll leave the other one down, not driving the truck around. Stay ramp, back up so it's clear, and that's the back ramp. That's under control. You'll notice this thing is wanting to show you something. So that's E again. E to do everything. So that's a navigation beacon. I'm going to construct one of these. I haven't done this before because this looks like a big map. If I don't put down a navigation beacon and I go cruising around and hooning around in these fun looking vehicles, I am going to get totally lost. Now this is Armour 2 maps and gear systems, and the 3D printer's nearly finished. Wiggle waggle wiggle, finished up. Yes. Now I'll get close enough to grab it. Got it. Haven't? Nope, I haven't got it. Got it. Now I got it. Right. Now let's put this down near the flyboy. Oh look, a cloud. Right. Now, bring out my handy dandy constructor, and you can see it wants to put it there. So I'll put it there. Plants it into the ground all by itself. Put your handy dandy constructor away and go back to this thing. You'll notice my oxygen is going down very slowly. Right? And so is the sun. And there's no way to speed up the night at this stage of the game, or if there is, I haven't found it. There might be. Why? Where? Make sure you've right clicked again to get rid of the arrow. Ah, there we are. Right. Now this is the pop tent. You'll notice it's still got this same icon here. The object view is wrong. Reported that. This is your air. Well, the vehicle can top up my air supply, but the pop tent has a bed and looks cool. And it's a pop tent. I got three other vehicles, one down in the hole. Don't know what's powering this one. Doesn't seem to have much in the way of power plant allocation. This one's at least got a box that looks like it might be a power plant. Got two seats in this one. Control panel. Notice the recesses. There's two oxygen canister spaces, or fuel canister and oxygen canister. That opens up automatically. It's one can carry a couple of cylinders. Everything comes in cylinders. This one can carry a truckload of stuff. And the thing down in the crater. My pop tent should be cooked. Oh, not all the maps will have the trucks, but all the maps will have the option to make the pop tent. I haven't found, on two maps I haven't found this thing, which means I'm doomed. And on one map I opened up the airlock, stepped out and discovered it was deep space and I didn't have a jetpack on. Yikes. And I died. Alright, that's close enough. Q to bring up this gadget again, and you see a little icon saying you can plant this thing, and it goes up, pop, and comes down on my head. Yeah, why do I always never remember to take a step back? Yeah, little expanding pressure tent. Now this might be hard to get into because it's at a funny angle. That made it sit down. You notice you can't get in. That's because if you hit control, you crouch, and then you can get in. Always helps to work in planets with dodgy atmospheres to close the door behind you. Press the magic button. You'll notice it's saying exit safe. That means I can take my helmet off without dying. Now this is the pop tent. This is really basic. Little pressure tent. You have a bed. You have a suit charger, which I can charge up. Probably a good idea to close the door first, eh? Yep, now I can charge it up. Yeah, alright. Now you'll notice I've got some pills. These are vitamin pills. Presumably I've got to go hunting around to find all the other supplies, because I suspect they're all stashed around the map for fun. Now that's charging. It'll go green, and it's gone green. I can now pick it up. It's fully charged. Oxygen tank's full. I can now do the EVA. which means I can do this. Now I was still crouching, notice I haven't stood up yet. Wandering around trying to build things in crouch mode without realizing I was still crouching on 2 previous maps. Open that door and done. Right. And press the control again to get out of the crouch. Pressing C gives you third person. Press it again. It's a rotational third person. This guy looks like he's, you know, sad. He's only got a screwdriver. Third person again, you're in a seat. And, you know, pretty straightforward. Now, I'm going to need supplies, which means I need to activate this thing, which I can't seem to do in third person. I can do in this third person, okay. There are a couple of crates I haven't done the image yet. This is your gadget for mixing up things and refining things. So that's your refinery. Let's make one of these. Now normally you'd need resources to build these, but we're beyond. We're too early for that. Ah. Okay. Don't like that mode. Go back to first person. Now there's a crater over there with a truck in it. So let's see if we can rescue the truck. A full supply of air. Spot the thing on the ridge. About where the numbers are. There's a little dot up on that ridge. That's part of the aircraft I left behind by accident. It's broken off. And things do tend to break on this one. Don't know whether that's intentional or it's just beta. Now you do actually have radiation to contend with. Now that's free fly mode, which allows you to think about things and explore. And I haven't actually made that work properly before. Yep, come back. It's a little bit like it needs to give you some kind of throttle control. Okay, that's a 2-seater. And there's a little hub in there. There's a bunk in there. Alright. Anybody remember where I left my body before I did the out-of-body experience thingy? That was free fire mode. This is negotiating all the bumpy rocks. Now you can't mine resources using a pick. It's not Minecraft. You can't shoot people. It's not armor. Much. The engine is armor. Armor 3. Armor 2. Ooh, there's something there. Now running does expend oxygen more than walking, I've noticed. Not much more. Is that something useful under the rock? Yeah, it looks like a very useful rover. And I think I can see a way up out of this crater too. Let's not walk over that rock. You can take fall damage. Been there, done that. Off a step, believe it or not. Not very high up, but high enough up to matter. Aye, that does not look like a door. This is a behemoth. Ah, there is something under that rock. Oh dear. Right, that one landed wrong. And you grab all the bits. Okay. Right. Wish you had external panniers on some of these things. How do you get into this thing? That there looks like a control panel. What's that control say? Hit R and you zoom in a little bit. Okay, it's knocked me down a bit. Ow! Oh, what?